Cleveland fan, my Cleveland girl in Cleveland head, and anybody say that Cleveland's dead. Y'all, that's what Cleveland said. Cleveland fit, Cleveland hat, anywhere I go, but Cleveland's dead. So when the world ends, I think you'll know what will be. Yeah, bitch, right here and yeah, you know I put it down for. I'll rep my state, my hood, my side of town is. King of this shit, that's why I rep my county. So don't come around Cleveland, get bitch out wrong. Steady, get on my arm, you know I'm ready. It's where I'm from, you won't have no stepping.
It's Matty and Patty, coast to coast from Brooklyn. This is the world champion, Pat Meneman, in the Golden State.
Oh, yes, sir.
The Golden State, it's world champion, Matt Youngner. Say hello, champ.
Hello, champion. How are you?
Champion.
Oh, I'm doing very well. Figuring out how to live as a champion.
It's very strange.
It's odd.
It's odd. I just don't know how to act. I just walk imperiously, laughing at terrible takes. I don't even have to respond to them because it's bullshit. We won. You can't say shit.
It's the best.
It's so great. Oh.
I had somebody at my office try to tell me to start complaining about how Steph Curry was getting held all series. And I just got to laugh a little bit and shrug and be like, "Oh, it's a man's league," and then walk away. A lot of fun.
Oh my God.
Couldn't have worked out better.
It's endless. Like you said, high risk, high reward.
Yeah, buddy.
All we wanted was the weakest, simplest, cheapest title possible. Yes. And instead, we got the fucking goldenest.
The best.
Is that a word, goldenest?
Sure.
We got the fucking best NBA championship in fucking history. And I'm still not down off this high.
No, I'm not even close.
Not even close. This is so good, Manny.
It's amazing.
Whew. All right. Welcome to the Cleveland Sports Hour. We are two self-aware but unapologetic homers who spend far too much time watching, reading, and thinking about the 2016 NBA World Champion Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, yes, sir.
And the suddenly surging tribe. So if you like the informed, intelligent Cleveland fans' perspective on all things Cleveland, you've come to the right place. Matty, I think there's a big danger in this podcast of us repeating ourselves because I think we've been day drinking all day leading up to the
last one
post-championship podcast.
That's true.
And I have more to say about the finals. I have more to crow about. I'm not gonna lie. It's 10 o'clock my time, so I've had a few. I've had a few victory champion drinks.
That's what champions do.
That's the champion's way. It's possible we might repeat ourselves. I hope we won't. I think we'll remember what we didn't say. But,
Yeah, I'll catch us if I.
You'll catch us. You're not going to forget.
No, I won't forget. What are you? I'm in my right mind right now.
Wait, right now you weren't necessarily past Monday.
That's true. I was in a post-championship euphoria mixed with India Pale Ale. It was really taking me places.
Oh my God! So we're gonna go talk a little bit more about, I guess, more about what it's how the last week has gone, how it feels to be a champion, and in the course of that, we'll be touching on the game a little bit more again in this series itself. We're gonna do a little variation on the kill list.
Yeah, champions. Champions
What's
variation.
That?
A champion's variation.
A champion's variation on the kill. Because as we discovered last week, you don't really want to kill anyone when you won the championship. They're already dead.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Not necessary. The meat of our podcast, though, if we can get to it, the intended meat of the podcast is the Cavs offseason and free agency, which starts on Friday, right? I mean, the moratorium period starts Friday, but that's when the shit starts falling down. And Thursday, June 30th, which is tomorrow, as we're recording this podcast, that is a big deadline for a couple of remaining qualifying offers and things like that to sort of put the final puzzle pieces into place.
Yep.
And I think we'll talk a little tribe, right? A little bit.
Oh, I'd like to.
Yeah. I mean,
about the tribe.
As I explained, I can't say anything because I haven't watched them.
You're not allowed.
Well, because in the days leading up to the final, the Game 7, I was too nervous to watch like competitive sports. Like I just couldn't bring myself to watch the Indians. I would sort of follow my phone a little bit, and then eventually we won like 8 in a row. I was like, boy, I haven't watched any of the games in the streak. I really can't. I really shouldn't watch any of this. And last night we're at 5-2, and it was just out of habit. Like I just wanted to watch. I was like, oh, hey, we're at 5-2. I want to check out how the Indians are doing. I put on the game on my phone. Tuned in. We're at 5-2, bottom of the 9th. Cody Allen's pitching. The first pitch I saw in the streak, crushed for a solo home run. I turned that shit off so fast.
Immediately. Thank you for doing that, Patty.
Shut that shit down. Are we okay? How are we doing?
In the streak?
Yeah, did we win?
Yeah, we won tonight.
All right.
12 in a row.
12 in a row.
12 in a row. 3-0. Another shutout. I think the third or fourth shutout of the streak.
I mean, how perfect is this? Not just like, oh, great, we're winning, but like, it was so crazy that we won that finals. The Cleveland won any championship. 1. The Cleveland
yes.
3-1. 2. The Cleveland beat a 7-3 and 9 team. 3. That other
came back from 3-1.
Everything. 2 on the road at the Oracle when they lost 2 all year at the Oracle.
Oh yeah.
All of that. It's like the victory was so fucking crazy. We lost our goddamn minds. We forgot how to lose. It's a city.
Sure feels like it. They're doing the Joe Boo stuff. I love that.
Oh my God. I guess we're the Indians now early, but Jesus, the Joe Boo shit.
It's the best.
Jason Kipnis is my fucking favorite Indian by far.
Is he?
Holy shit. Came out of nowhere. Like I always liked him, but I was like, this guy's a Brantley. No, holy shit. First of all, he was talking shit to Draymond in Game 6.
Yes.
You
that
see
was great. Yes, that was great.
They was walking off, and Jason Kipnis, courtside, because he's rich, he's just talking smack. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love to see that.
He's like the Joe Hayden now of the Indians. Fucking love that dude.
Yeah, he is a little bit.
And if you don't understand what we're talking about with the Joe Boo shit, Jason Kipnis and who else on the team? Do you know who's helping him?
I can't really tell who's behind it besides him.
But I
feel like Uribe and Ramirez are up in it, but
that sounds about right. That sounds right. But they create a shrine to Joe Boo. Like they're reviving, reenacting Major League. That's fucking awesome.
They're feeding him liquor. It's awesome.
It's so great. Oh my God, I love these Indians. Winning.
I hope people need to start going to these games because I think we're still second to the last or last in the league in attendance, and that is shameful.
It's terribly shameful. It's weird because like the TV ratings are actually really good.
Yeah, TV ratings are outstanding.
They're outstanding, but people start going to the games. It's like, dude, get out there in Cleveland, man. I got into a little bit of an argument with somebody on Twitter. I can't remember who. Someone like I think Chacalier. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Just like, I was talking about how I bitch about Cleveland and the Cleveland fans, the Indians games just not going. And the basic point is like just don't get sucked up in the negativity, man. It's just it is what it is, and the Indians are fucking great, and that's our team. And you know what? We can't be there to go see games. We get to watch them win. It's fucking great, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, love it.
It's a fun team.
It is a fun team. All right, let's talk about Cavs a little more. You and I went to Game 7.
Oh yes, we did.
In Oakland at the Oracle. We had our victory celebration inside the Oracle.
It was glorious.
We couldn't get to the Cleveland for the parade, which I kind of regret.
I regret, although have you talked to people that were there?
I mean, a little bit. Like, I mean, it sounded like it was it was work.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's how it was described to me too.
1.3 million people for a city, inner city has a population of 400,000.
Yeah. Did not have its infrastructure together at all to handle those people. Not even close. They didn't have barricades up around the streets where the parade was going. That's why people just ended up in the middle of the street. Parade took 4 hours and it was supposed to take 2. That is a Cleveland thing in the best way. I'm so happy it happened like that.
So happy like that. You see those shots of guys? There's that. It's not the Muni Lab. It's that parking lot.
That looks so dangerous.
If you don't know the photo we're talking about, it's got like these. It's like Lego sections, kind of like ridges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cement blocks on the outside with little like indent ridges that are apparently like 3 feet apart. So you can sort of wedge your feet and your hands between them, work your way up. Dudes were like 100 feet up in the air.
So the thing I couldn't tell is if people had worked their way up like that, or if you could access them through like a window or something.
Well, I guess
you could just go on whatever level you were at and just sort of sneak your way out like that.
I guess that you could do that too, which is like because there was like there were parking garage levels. It seemed like, right?
Yeah.
Sort of sneak out.
But that's what it felt like. It felt maybe a little less dangerous than it at first seemed, but just a little.
But some of them were stacked 3 to a column.
Oh yeah.
And there's no platform between them. The one dude falls, all 3 of them are dead.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Oh my God. And it's just all that shit. Like J.R. Smith, first of all, just championship night, parade day with that crazy atmosphere, 1.3 million people, like the ridiculousness we're talking about. There were like 4 arrests. It was the most peaceful. Those 2 days were peaceful than other days in fucking Cleveland.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, LeBron made a joke about how they're going to burn down the queue. Like,
Now people really behave themselves.
What's that?
People really behave themselves, acquitted themselves well.
The Cleveland Police Department wrote an open letter to Cleveland, just thanking them for how wonderful.
That's awesome.
It was so great. Also, good. Cleveland Police Department has not been crowning itself in glory the past 2 years.
No,
and beyond, but certainly not in the press in the last 2 years, and whatever before that. But give them credit. They let dudes crawl on top of fire trucks and crawl on top of lighting fixtures, and just knew that they were being crazy, exuberant, nuts, dealing with it however they did, but they didn't deal with it in an overhanded way.
No.
Right? They knew it all came from a good place. They trusted their citizens, and we rewarded that trust with not killing people. There was one instance of gunfire where some kid got shot, actually, at the end of the parade. I saw about that.
It was like 14-year-olds.
Yeah, that was just weird about it, and just didn't seem to be connected to the parade at all, but fucking happens. But just that's incredible. Holy shit, man. But other moments, like JR obviously was amazing, still not wearing a shirt. He and the whole team took on, Kyrie, Shump, JR had his pictures in front of the poster that had his T-shirt up on a building, saying we found JR's shirt. He was gesturing at it. Yeah. He picked up a sign that said, "Who needs a shirt when you've got a ring?"
Yes.
He picked up this kid, this special needs kid that had the 2 walking arms, and picked him up like Simba.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Held him to the crowd like Lion King. I mean, it was just so beautiful. So beautiful. I was trying to work, couldn't do it. Every meeting I had that day, I had live streams rolling on my laptop. Just tuning the fuck out.
No, that's how I did it too.
Oh, Jesus.
What did you think of the remarks?
Oh man, love that. Love that Channing Frye was drunk as fuck.
Yeah, he looked pretty gone, didn't he?
His voice was gone. Apparently, at one point, I saw a clip where he chimed in on someone else's interview and said, "We piss excellence." And his speech was like, these guys, these guys are all right. They'll come around the summer, though, man. They'll come around the summer.
Yeah.
I have that. And then he dropped the mic.
Yeah.
Speeches were great. LeBron's 15-minute speech is amazing. I couldn't catch it because I was getting on my championship flight to Paris.
Oh, that's right.
So I couldn't catch that. But
a lot of cursing.
A lot of cursing.
You dropped a motherfucker.
I mean, Matty, what do you think about that? Just the example he sets for children, Matt. It's terrible.
Brian Windhorst did a podcast this week. I didn't know he was on KNR actually. It was a long KNR interview, and they asked him about that, and he was like, winning a championship means never having to say you're sorry. I don't think it matters, and it does not matter.
Windy dropping the boom. Absolutely.
No, I enjoyed it. I mean, LeBron's remarks were a little weird because, he had the everybody got their chance to say something, and then they gave him the hammer slot to come in and do the run through the whole team, and some of them were a little. I mean, what the fuck is he going to say about Sasha Khan?
Yeah, you can't give him shit about that.
No, I'm not giving him shit. That was a tough part of the job he had.
Yeah. No. Weird.
Nailing those, calling Dante Jones the luckiest person in the league. I mean,
honestly, if I was one of those guys, but he gave Dante Jones his credit.
He gave him some love after that, for sure.
He gave him some love, but I gotta say, I would hate to be Sasha Khan's situation and get the what do you call it?
You knew you were never gonna play. There wasn't a chance. No chance, Sasha. You knew it. We knew it. The fans know it. But you worked every day. Real pro.
Hey, congratulations for coming to work.
Real pro.
Participation trophy. Participation trophy for you.
Yeah.
But Dante, I would much prefer to have gotten shit. That's being honest. But whatever. Sasha Khan barely speaks English, so whatever.
I don't feel bad for anybody.
No. I think he's happy. You get paid $1.3 million to sit in the bench and come in and clean up. That's pretty good. And win a championship.
Yes. I think you take that 10 times out of 10.
Other thoughts on the parade and the speeches?
Who else was there? I mean, I saw Biner was there. I was so happy about that.
Oh, my God. That was great. Wearing number 44, by the way.
Of course.
Or jersey. Fucking awesome, man.
MGK. Did you see that thing where he was on top of whatever thing he was on and rapping and grabbed onto the street sign that's 25 feet off the ground or something?
Fucking crazy. Awesome, too.
Yeah.
There was a couple of posts about people. Oh, wait, who's the dude who ate shit?
Yeah. I mean, he's not a famous person except for he's now the guy that ate shit.
Just,
horse shit, I believe, right?
Yeah, horse shit. He went and grabbed it, ate it, guzzled it, and then he threw it up in the air and caught it in his mouth.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, not only is that just the disgustingness and the commitment to disgustingness, but then the coordination.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that was particularly gross.
It's just a little weird, but that's how big and crazy this fucking championship is.
All the reports of people waiting to get on the Rapid and waiting for hours.
Why would you go home immediately after that? Just hang out in the city, man.
Yeah, you got to make a night of it, I think, right?
Make a night of that. The Indians were giving away tickets $10.
There was an Indians game, yeah, that nobody went to. 1.3 million people. I got to look up what the attendance in that Indians game. Well, I'm going to see if I can do that right now.
Look that up. I would have assumed they sold out. You did?
No, I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on.
Cleveland, come on, man.
Yeah, that's not our best look.
Yeesh.
It was last Wednesday, Tampa Bay. Yeah, move on. I'll keep seeing if I can find it.
Suffice to say, it's a fantastic week. But I think what makes it the most sweet, this is going to segue, I think, a little bit into our next section, is the salt.
Oh.
Just the endless supply of salt.
It's great.
From Warriors fans and Warriors apologists, endless supply. Amin Al Hassan from Heat Island, who has been ripping on the city of Cleveland unprovoked all season, particularly during the NBA Finals. I got engaged with him on Twitter.
Oh yeah, he called you a racist.
No, he didn't call me racist. Some other dude called me a racist. He called shoot, I forget the guy's name, but he writes for Cleveland Scene, and he has a weird curly mustache. That's
right. He called him a racist.
He called him a racist for making some Dr. Seuss reference of Thing 1 and Thing 2 with him and Jay Adonde, and he immediately went to, oh, I get it, we look alike. It's like, no, you both have been ripping on Cleveland all season long. I think it was pretty clear what he was saying. Like don't do that shit. Don't.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember.
We're having lighthearted banter about cities in Cleveland and sports. Like don't do that. Don't be that guy.
And then you stepped in, and what did he call you?
Well, I stepped in and I just said that's some weak shit. After all the shit you've been talking about Cleveland, just to play that victim card.
Yes, and then he called you.
He said, because if you see my Twitter photo is a picture of me wearing my leather jacket, like when I'm 28 and I have no gray hair, squinting at the camera. It's a sort of embarrassing photo that I took for myself because I look like it's like a thriller novel like leaf cover photo.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty douchey.
It's a pretty douchey photo, and I don't know why I keep it up there, but
you like it. You like it secretly.
I thought I'm a douche. And I think I look pretty. He said, says the guy who looks like if Bill Pullman had been cast as Indiana Jones instead of Harrison Ford. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of funny because, obviously Bill Pullman's not as awesome as Harrison Ford. I get the dig, I guess, but Bill Pullman's kind of awesome, man.
Yeah, I know you. I think you ran with that one.
I ran with that one. I'm like, dude, Spaceballs? I said to him, I was like, Bill Pullman saved the world from aliens. You just got punked by a dude with a twirly mustache.
Oh, that's right. That is what you told him.
Oh, not good. Yes. Anyway, he got like served on what's it? The Batard show.
Dan Le Batard show.
Dan Le Batard show, because Emin had said LeBron's never going to win a title again. It's done. It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
He had a ton of other shit talking the whole series, and they wrote this wonderful clip. You guys got. I'll try and send a link around. It's hard to find, but it's like a minute 40 into the hour 2 of one of his radio shows, and the part just pour into him. Just take the L, man. Take it.
Yeah, he was behaving like Prestige when he gets something wrong.
Oh man, he just doubled down. He doubled down. His explanations made everything worse.
Just didn't know what to do that was best for himself in that situation.
So bad.
It was tough to watch.
How's your trash talk game been?
On point. On point. I haven't had the chance to do a ton of it yet, to be honest with you. I've had to work a lot since then because I sort of checked out prior to.
Yeah, my week was.
This is a very busy time of year for me. So I've been at work or surrounded by people that are Cleveland fans for the most part. Mm-hmm. So I haven't got to explore it as fully as possible, but I've just been smacking fools down. I mean, it's so easy. Just the easiest trash talk.
I've been doing it on Twitter a bunch. Like, people have been ripping on Kyrie for talking some trash at the Olympic team stuff.
Yeah, no, I love that.
It's fantastic. It's like, yeah, I'm the champ. These 3 guys are here. I let them know it. I throw it in their face a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, shit. What was that? I wish I could find that. But, like, Harrison Barnes quote in a piece today. It was, wait. I think I got it. Oh, I think I texted it to you. I invited it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He says, Kyrie's smiling ear to ear. He's bouncing off the walls. He's got jokes for days. Bud says.
Yeah. So good.
It's so great. It's so great. And there's so many memes. I just love it. Anyway, but
so many memes.
So people apparently have been ripping on Kyrie, like, dude, show some more class, man. You weren't even the reason they won that finals. You're the second best player on the team that won the finals. You wouldn't win that without LeBron. And, like, I saw a couple of tweets like that, and I was just like, I saw some Cavs Twitter getting upset about it. Like, dude, man, people don't want Cavs fans to be happy. Who are these fuckers? Will they shut the fuck up? I was like, guys, does this not increase your joy?
Yeah.
Dumbest fucking takes you've ever heard. That dude hit the winning shot, the championship winning shot in the fucking eye of the unanimous MVP. Game, set, match, bitches.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I love the trash talk coming from their side.
The salt feels so good. It's like a salt scrub for your body, for your soul.
It feels amazing.
It feels amazing.
Yeah, it really is good.
Speaking of which, guys, if you haven't gotten enough of this, I highly recommend the Jenkins and Jones podcast. Look it up. Jenkins and Jones, spelled Jonez. You gotta follow this guy on Twitter too, Dragonfly Jones. Fucking phenomenal. These guys are not Cavs fans. They just know what is right and what is wrong. Let me give you a sampling just to wet your whistle and to advertise. Like, give me some highlights from the podcast. You've got to listen to it. It's an hour long. It's not going to be hard to find because our podcast title is called "It All Started with a Dick Punch," which is what they say when your kids, your grandkids, come talk to you saying, "Hey, you watched that NBA Finals. What was that? What was that like?" You're gonna lean back in your chair and say, "It all started with a dick punch." So this is all good, including that line. This is just fucking amazing. Favorite quotes include, "How are you gonna have a dick and be on the side of dick punching?" To all the Warriors fans. At one point, as they're talking about the dick punching and the problem, the problem Draymond has with his tendency to grab dicks and punch dicks, he says, Golden State lost the finals because Draymond Green was thirsty for dicks. Amazing.
That's good.
They go off on Mo Buckets for talking shit. Mo Buckets? Who the fuck are you to be talking? Dude got no buckets. You the fucking help. You do the dish. Oh man, I'm just bowing to these guys right now in their podcast excellence. This is me honoring them by using their material. I'm just repeating back and telling you guys there's more shit. This is not even the best shit. It keeps going. I'll give you one more, which is you guys called LeBron a bitch, and he just made you that. It was just so satisfying to listen to that whole podcast. You just got to for your own good. Go find it. It's the fucking best.
Oh, I haven't even listened to it yet, Patty. I'm looking. That's my first order of business when we're done with the podcast.
You got to. It's amazing. I don't even have time for this other shit. There's the Kyrie boat party controversy. Maddie, do you want?
Let's not even talk about it. I don't want to honor it.
Kevin Love was on the Late Show. It was all right. The best part was mostly Stephen Colbert talking about how Draymond Green likes to kick people in the nuts. That's probably the best. But the whole point of me talking for 95% of this podcast so far, and this is where I want to head off to you a little bit, is all right. So let's get on the kill list. The kill list, to me, is just not the same when you've won.
No, it takes all the emotion out of it for you.
It does. When you're in the middle of the season still, you won one series. When you win the whole thing, it's just, where's the room for the hate?
No.
What I realized is it took me watching Game of Thrones this week. So spoiler alert, skip ahead a minute if you haven't watched it if and you don't want to be spoiled. If you haven't, what the fuck's wrong with you? Just watch it. If you watched it,
of course.
Good. Just that whole episode was like just fucking revenge.
Yeah.
Just pure bloodthirsty, self-satisfying revenge, topped off by Cersei Lannister blowing up everyone the fuck to hell, and then having like the smug sip of her wine.
Oh yeah.
Her swagger. She pours wine over her enemy that she captured. Just pours it on her face. Like, that's what I fucking want. Like it's Eric Cartman tasting Scott Tedeman's cheers.
Yeah.
Tears. The tears of unfathomable sorrow. So let's talk about the top 5 tasty tears list. Maddie, you start me off. whose tears taste the sweetest to you right now?
You want me to go number 1 or number 5?
Ooh. I was going to say number 1, but start at 5, I guess. Maddie, whichever way you want to go.
Let's go 5 and work. No, let's just start right at the top. Fuck it. Steph Curry's tears taste the best. They're so good.
Tell me
They're
why.
so
Tell me why
good.
they taste so good.
They're so good. One, I'm out here. He's deified out here more so than in the rest of the country. So I've had to listen to how humble he is all year.
He's so humble.
What a role model he is. Like all this crap that is just not. I don't need to hear. He's a good player.
He came from nothing,
humble.
Maddie. He came from nothing.
Yeah. So to have him lose, and specifically to have him what I think is implode in the way he did. He no-showed essentially another finals. That's 2 in a row. He pretty actively choked away that last game. I think most of the people listening to this podcast have heard it, but the Zach Lowe did interviews, one with Brian Windhorst and one with Ethan Sherwood-Strauss after the finals ended, and they just roasted Curry in the Sherwood-Strauss one.
Oh, Sherwood-Strauss got roasted too for trying to defend him.
Yeah. The behind the back pass in the last couple of minutes, which she had a tendency to do all year. Lazy defense. I loved seeing it happen like that. I love LeBron just taking it personally that people think Curry's the best player in the league and just totally taking that from him. Completely. That's over.
Done.
I don't care what he does next. I mean, he would have to have a year similar to what he did this year and then play amazing through the finals and win a championship and maybe over LeBron again. It seems impossible. I mean, I think that might be his peak year. I'm tired of they said he's the 4th best point guard of all time. Like that talk felt super premature to me. I think there's also a chance that he had a couple good years, and it's like when Steve Nash was the MVP 2 years in a row, and people look back on it and are like, all right, but really?
Yeah.
He wasn't really the best player in the league then. I sort of feel like that, and all that came together. I was going to say Aisha for number 1, but I think she probably slipped to number 2 for me.
Yeah, it's feeling a little like for Aisha, I don't know where I put her on my list. She's lower down just because she's a player's wife. It's like, I mean, she's bringing it on herself to a certain extent in terms of how public she's being about it.
100% she's bringing it on herself.
But she doesn't play the games. I don't know. I enjoy. But we're talking about tier list, so yeah, I do.
It's not like she makes herself not a figure. That she's a pride. It's not like LeBron's wife.
That's true.
Who intentionally doesn't take it. She's grabbing the stage as much as she's in commercials out here with him constantly. Like she's going for it.
Yeah.
That makes her a little less of a citizen to me.
That's true.
Than a normal player's wife.
Well, because she's not in the court, I just don't have her as high up in my it's not as satisfying to me. I'm going to differ with you, but I think it's mostly a product of Steph being out of the public eye since Sunday night.
Yeah.
I don't think he's showed up anywhere.
I haven't seen hide nor hair of him.
He's just hiding in a cave, crying in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, man, Klay Thompson has been so out there.
Oh, he was my number 2.
I think I'm number 1 with him just because I've gotten more tears from him. It's more of a quantity versus quality. The quantity of tears provided by Klay Thompson is it's a feast.
He's got a whiny face, too.
Oh, he just looks so depressed. And his quotes are like, you can tell he's still just fucking wrecked over it.
Yeah. I'd be pissed, too, if I blew a championship and no-showed it.
Yeah.
I'd be embarrassed.
He talked like a big man.
Yep.
I guess his feelings just got hurt.
Yeah, we could beat the Showtime Lakers.
Now your feelings got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. There's this one shot of him, like, I guess the Team USA took pictures, posted photos, and we're surrounded by a bunch of, like, local kids. And there's this one great shot of this kid who appears to be grabbing his arm and like telling him something, like earnestly. This earnestness in his face. And Klay Thompson has that sad sack bitch face on. And it's just a perfect caption thing. It's just like, dude, why'd you call him a bitch?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? I'm just endless. Stop taking fucking threes. Take it to the hole.
Yeah.
Why did you let Steph switch off of you? Why did you switch off Kyrie? You got to stay on him, man. What the fuck? It's so great. It's just endless. And all the quotes about, like, Kyrie and just the team photos. It just looks like such a sad fucking fuck. And the fact that his dad did not do his radio show the day after, apparently.
Oh, really?
Radio show. Didn't do it on Monday. Nope. Too sad. Feelings too hurt.
Ran your mouth too much. Got caught.
Yep. Got caught in a man game.
I assume your number – so Steph is your number 2, Patty?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I assume Draymond's your number 3?
Yeah. It's just –
he acquitted himself much better afterwards.
He did. But there's a lot of great shots of him looking just absolutely, like, crushed, which is incredibly satisfying.
I like the talk of – I mean, I think this is just idle chatter, but I enjoy the hell out of it anyway, about will that team tear itself apart from the inside because people are so mad at Draymond for getting himself suspended, and they think that cost them the series. I love that talk.
You know what, Maddie? Well, one thing I'll say, which I think is hilarious, is the fact that they're seriously talking about starting Pau Gasol.
Are they?
Yes.
I see a lot. I mean, there's a lot. We'll get to free agency, I guess, but it seems like
there's a lot of chatter.
They're floating a lot of guys. Horford is on their list too, supposedly, and trying to move
trade
Bogut.
They're fed up with him. They're privately delighted that they didn't reach certain accomplishments, so they don't have to pay him as much. They have more room in the cap. Just these fuckers. Honestly, number 3 for me, to be honest with you, is just Golden State fans. The Draymond goes down to 4. Golden State fans, the front runners.
The front runners. That's what I was gonna say. I think the real fans were.
The real fans I respect.
Pretty delightful.
I don't have a problem with them. Like, we met a lot of them at the game, and I really respect them. I still remember going last year. I went to a bar a couple of times down the street from me. There was one, like, just old nebbishy Jew, clearly had been like a Golden State fan forever. I fucking love that dude. Like that guy was great. He was respectful. Like, he understood he clearly could see my pain.
Yeah.
Like, I also could appreciate how badly he wanted it. Like, he didn't want it as badly as me, but it didn't matter. Like, he had a little more balance in life.
Right.
He had his shit together a little more. But clearly it meant a lot to him, and I was happy for him when they won. And I was happy for those kind of Golden State fans, like those original guys that were the Captain Jack crew.
Yeah. The front runner, LeBron, is a pussy-ass bitch fans, though, I imagine, those are the ones.
The ones who were Lakers fans 3 years ago?
Yes. Yeah, those are particularly offensive. I thought you were going to say Joe Lacob there.
Oh, Joe Lacob. That's a good call, actually. That's a great call. You know what? Joe Lacob, number 4. I'm pushing Draymond down to 5, Matty. This is crazy.
Whoa.
Because what did Joe Lacob say? Do you have the full memory of the shit he was saying and speeches? Like, just the asinine, arrogant.
Like from that interview he gave?
Yeah.
Talking about how they're light years ahead of the rest of the league and all the stuff that they're doing. Yeah. I mean, I think it was Bill Simmons that called that as soon as it was coming. He was like, that is bad karma, man. Can't give an interview like that in the middle of a season. You're asking for it.
Do you watch Silicon Valley?
I do indeed.
I mean, that's the Hooley guy.
Gabby
right?
Belson?
Oh, no, that's right. Somebody put together, just like a series of photos of characters, of asinine characters from Silicon Valley and plastering Joe Lacob quotes over it.
Oh, yeah.
As if they were saying it, and it's fucking perfect.
Yeah, he is definitely like that.
Oh, my God. What a bitch. Suck it, Joe Lacob.
I don't know if there's that Kerr has acquitted himself okay.
Yeah.
I was ready for it. He was as we talked about, climbing way up the kill list with his.
What a fucking dick in the playoffs. But yeah, he did the right things after the series.
Yeah. Iguodala acquitted himself well. He didn't hear anything from Bogut.
Yeah.
Barnes has been quiet. It was really their big three that I wanted blood from and got.
Yeah. And to be on the real here for a second, there's been a lot of talk about how, like, Cavs are disrespecting the Warriors didn't do that last year. And, yeah, like, hold on. I mean, obviously.
What?
No,
What?
yeah, seriously.
What?
Yeah. First of all, it's obviously bullshit. It's given by Draymond. Nope.
Yeah.
Cavaliers suck. Yep. They here. Nope. We here. Yep.
Yeah.
Followed by Steph Curry's. Hopefully the clock room still smells like champagne.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing. Very, very fucking witty. Fucking.
And also, last year's series did not have the contentiousness of this year's.
True. But I will say this about the Cavs. They are enjoying themselves.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're laughing and enjoying themselves. Not once have they said anything so disrespectful. Well, fuck. Well, the Ultimate Warrior t-shirt's fine. But they're subtle jabs. No one said anything remotely approaching that shit. In fact, Kyrie Irving in his post-game speech said, biggest compliment you can give is like, has a sunk in for you yet? He's like, how? I mean, God, like, it's just like the feeling of like, do I gotta play these guys again? Like, this fucking I gotta play these guys again. Like you could see the respect in his voice of how hard it was to beat these guys was just evident. And all these guys are saying that shit about what a great fucking team this is. I didn't hear one fucking word about that goddamn shit in the Golden State Warriors last year. Did you hear any of that shit?
No, I don't remember any of that.
Fucking disrespect.
Nope.
Bitching, whining, making fun of us for saying that, we didn't have Kyrie in the
Yeah.
Cavs have been so respectful in that respect. The Ultimate Warrior shit is fucking awesome swag.
Yeah, I really like that.
Oh, that's great.
How about him rolling out with that Kermit hat?
I
don't think we talked about that last week.
Yeah, I thought about that. That was fucking great, but that's none of my business. He's got to replace that with the Cersei wine sipping cup.
Yes.
That has supplanted the Kermit tea sipping.
That is the new version for sure.
I gotta ask my cousin, because my cousin, David Benioff is the showrunner.
Yeah, it's sort of your cousin. Let's not get carried away.
That's true.
Let's not get carried away here.
Marriage.
Yeah, Becca's cousin. You can say that. That's true.
Becca's cousin. I gotta. It's almost like it was designed to mimic the Kermit tea sipping moment.
That was a little bit.
Right?
Yeah, it felt similar.
Not to ask him. Well, he might not know because honestly, that's probably more the director than anything else. But anyway, enough of my humble brags.
Well, you want to start talking about free agency, Patty?
I think it's time. We're about we're almost 50 minutes into this shit.
Yeah, we better get to it.
Where do you gotta go? You gotta go 11:30?
Yes.
Well, my time. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, your time.
East Coast arrogance here on my side. So I think we start by talking about some of the moves before we get into what the Cavs are going to do, so how the landscape has changed a little bit.
Sure.
So just I'll read off a few of them. You give me your reaction. Tell me.
Sure, and I think there was a breaking one that happened while we've been talking too. But
I'll
do that last. Not a huge one.
All right. So Derrick Rose, obviously, to the Knicks for Robin Lopez and some spare parts. Who else went? Did you see? Remember?
Robin Lopez, Jose Calderon, and what's the guy's name? Jerian Grant? Is that his name?
The Knicks draft pick from Notre Dame, right?
Yeah. I had sort of an reaction to that. I mean, the Knicks aren't going anywhere. That doesn't.
Bulls building, or is that one of those like strength in numbers moves?
I don't know what the Bulls are up to, honestly. They seem like they came pretty close to trading Butler, and just couldn't quite get the players. I think they wanted Zach LaVine from Minnesota. I don't know what they're. I mean, it seems like they're in the midst of a rebuild here. Gasol's going to go. Noah's going to go.
I mean, to be honest with you, we kept saying how Gasol being on the court was a good thing for us when we played them, right? Because he was a liability. Robin Lopez, not so much. That makes him a bit more of a fierce defensive team. Yeah, he's not really much of a stretch guy, but
I don't know.
I'm not really scared either way.
No. Inconsequential in the bigger scheme of things, that trade, I think.
Serge Ibaka traded from OKC to Orlando for Oladipo and who else?
Oladipo, Ilyasova, and Arvydas Sabonis' son, who was their Orlando's draft pick. I like that trade for Oklahoma City.
I do too. To be honest with you, I think defensively, Steven Adams makes Ibaka a little more expendable.
100%, and clearly they need to be playing KD at the small forward more.
Yep.
So if your big man rotation is KD, Cantor, and Adams,
and Cantor had sort of that like the Kevin Love moment of being able to hang on the court on defense.
Yeah.
Not amazing, but not tire fire.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you add Ilyasova, who can shoot the three, which
although I think he might get cut as part of the deal. I think he might just be. I think he had one of those contracts that you could like buy out super cheap and just get rid of the money. I think that's
interesting. But yeah, that draft.
But Oladipo, they don't. So they were going to have to solve their shooting guard problem, and Waiters was going to have to will get more expensive, I guess, this summer.
Yeah.
And now they got Oladipo on the cheap.
Yeah.
Who is better than Dion? No offense, Dion.
It's true. It is true. Yeah. No. That.
I think it makes them better. Now it doesn't matter if Durant leaves, and who knows what's happening there. But that was a good trade for him, and should be a plus for keeping him, I would think.
That's the big question, though. I think the biggest, the only thing to pay attention to in this fucking free agency, to be honest, right, is where KD2 goes to. KD2 question mark?
Right.
He's not going to DC.
No, not Atlanta, not the Knicks.
Nope.
Not the Lakers.
Nope. Couldn't even get a meeting. Golden State Warriors or Spurs, I think the only two teams that would be horrifying for us, right?
Yeah, I mean that feels death dealing.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
In either of those situations, although loosely, I feel like the history of mega teams, at least in their first year, has been poor.
It's true. There's that.
Right? Like the Phillies put together that super starting lineup 6 years ago, and that didn't work. The Eagles had that super team that they sort of built when they got Nande Asamoah and all those guys, and that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Even the big three in Miami the first year didn't.
Cleveland, yep.
So, but still terrifying on the Warriors, terrifying on the Spurs, both.
So he's going to have a meeting with Boston, though.
Yeah, I mean I'm still not terrified of that team even with him.
Right, that's how I feel.
I'm not. I mean, I guess they have room to do something else too, and that's the real, talk to me if that happens. But I can't see him going to Boston, honestly. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Honestly, the most terrifying option, not terrifying, but like what might be the most legitimately like dangerous move is him staying with OKC.
Yeah.
Like that with the new parts they have, that could be terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Another year together under Billy Donovan, who seemed to figure shit out at the right time at the end of the year. That's maybe we don't feel so confident against that lineup, especially with the changes.
No, that's a legit squad. I mean, I guess the argument for going Miami we didn't talk about. I guess they're a player too, but whatever.
Miami, who the fuck knows what Miami's roster is going to be? They got so many people they have to re-sign.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, Wade, Whiteside. Who knows what Bosch's situation is?
It's so many question marks there.
Yeah,
and that franchise of stability, the model franchise.
Mm-hmm. Pissed away years of Dwayne Wade's career.
Yeah, because that's what model franchise does.
Years.
A Hall of Famer's career. That's the coaching thing to do.
Yep.
Prudent motherfuckers. Did Boston fuck up in the draft, Matty? Didn't they have like 5 picks?
They had a lot of picks. I mean, I guess the read I got was I don't know college players so great, so I'm not a great judge of if they blew individual picks or not. But it seems like their goal really was to parlay. They got a lot of guys. They got a lot of decent guys on that team, right? Like they need to convert their assets into stars, and they have failed to do so far.
Mm.
So I think in that sense, it is a disappointment, whatever the quality of the guys they drafted is or will be. I don't think they got any stars out of it.
But whatever. We're probably wrong because Danny Ainge is a genius, and he hired a genius coach who's the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
The best ever to never get out of the first round.
That's right. That's right. 2-8 in the finals, or in the playoffs, excuse me.
Exactly.
There was a move tonight while we were talking, Patty.
What was that?
The Detroit Pistons traded Jody Meeks to Orlando, I believe, for a conditional second-round draft.
I did see that, actually. That actually happened before we started potting.
Did it?
I didn't plan to be as a major deal, though, because
it's not major. I'm just thinking, as a Cavs fan, a team that needs wings.
Could we have gotten
him for a conditional second-round pick?
Well, it's funny. Like, a lot of the people that I was following on Twitter immediately panned Orlando for that deal. Because I mean, it's a conditional second-round pick. It seemed pretty like nothing, right?
Yeah.
But just that Jody Meeks has just been fucking hurt forever. Like, he's got really serious foot problems.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I don't know what his injury history is and how exactly how serious that is, but even so, I mean, he's on a pretty reasonable contract, I think, for a few years, and he can shoot.
Yeah, I'm conflicted on it. Like, it makes sense to me, but like everyone except I think it's like 9 out of 10 people are on my Twitter feed are lambasting Orlando for that deal.
Huh. I got to read a little bit more about it. I mean, I could also understand why Detroit would not want to make that trade with us.
Yeah, they want to make us better.
No,
they're trying to beat us. Yeah, so but again, I think it comes down to where Kevin Durant goes. If he stays with OKC, I think that might be actually the worst outcome for the Cavs.
Yeah, I mean, if he went to Golden State, I would get a lot of pleasure out of like that admission of failure for their core.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would keep me warm on many a night.
Until we had to play them.
Correct.
Yeah, shit. That sucks. Yeah.
The idea of him taking all the threes that Harrison Barnes was missing in that game we went to, Patty, is not comforting.
No, it's not. Yeah. Here's where I come down on this. I think in reality, the worst move for the Cavs is Kevin Durant re-signing with OKC, which is a little bit of a stretch, but it's the one that I kind of hope for. Because at least I kind of know what OKC is.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there.
I don't know what OKC on the Spurs Golden State is going to be in this time.
Yeah, and as a fan, I don't object to Oklahoma City winning a championship in any way.
Exactly.
I mean, if we're playing them, I'll object, obviously, but as rational as I can be, that doesn't bother me. I don't need Golden State winning a freaking thing ever again.
Exactly. All right, Matty, we're almost up on 1 hour for the Clean Sports Hour, so let's get to the meat of this podcast, which is
Cavs roster.
Cavs roster. Let's go. Sorry, not just the Cavs roster, Matt.
The champions. Roster. The championship roster.
The championship roster.
I'm still learning.
I want to preview NBA free agency by analyzing each champion on the Cavs roster. What should we do with them? What we expect will actually happen with these guys, and if they were to leave, how we replace them.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get into this. Let's start with our first free agent, LeBron James.
I mean, we do whatever he wants to do.
Right, but Matthew, haven't you heard all these strong takes from Adrian Wojnarowski? Did I pronounce that right? Oh fuck!
Yeah. You're fine. Whoa.
Everyone's dropping down these hot takes about LeBron's going to leave this year or definitely next year if they don't repeat, right?
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing. Like, can I just play this for a second?
Sure.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking wrong. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The fuck is wrong with you guys? Shut the fuck up. Just stop it. It's stupid. I don't care. I'm not even mad. It's just like, what? I feel bad for you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why are you still doing this stupid shit? Look, let me just say off the bat, I actually have a pretty strong feeling that LeBron's not going to necessarily end his career with the Cavs.
I think that's definitely possible.
I think it's really strong likelihood. He's going to eventually do some kind of crazy
play with all his buddies thing somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care anymore either.
I don't care. It's fine. I don't give a shit. Fine, he leaves. No big deal. He's not going to leave. He's not going to not defend the fucking title. We said this before. The only reason the Cavs got LeBron 2 years ago, or last year, excuse me, was because the Heat lost.
Yep.
He either won, he'd have to defend the title.
Yep.
So that was why it was a double victory that they lost to the Spurs. Because he was like, oh, well, now I can leave.
Yes.
If we lose the title next year, I would not be surprised if he leaves. And I will not – I will be sad to see him go. I will not care.
Nope. Won't be mad.
Won't be mad at all. So, yeah, I will care. I'll be fine with it.
That's right.
I got it already. I'm good. Jazz fans. I'll be excited to see if Kyrie and Love or whatever and Ty Lue and Chris Grant. Jesus.
Come on now.
Sorry. Griff can build something else new with his fucking great young core, right? You know, be fine. Be fucking fine. I don't care. So fuck you guys trying to throw that in their face immediately after we fucking win. Just fuck you. Fuck you in the face.
You think there's any chance he signs a multi-year deal with us? There's sort of been some loose talk of that floating around. I don't either. I think he signs the 1-1 again.
The 1-1. Why would he do anything different? People talking about how like there's a rule in the collective bargaining agreement that you can't sign a 5-year deal if the end of your 5-year deal you're over 36.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't even be able to sign a 5-year, $200 million deal next year. But next year we're going to be negotiating a new collective bargaining agreement, so who the fuck knows?
That's right.
Also, the advantage of him doing this like year-to-year thing is that he has maximum flexibility. As his friends and his buddies come off their contracts and, you know, they're past their prime, they don't have any good options, they aren't necessarily starters anymore, whatever. You can say, dude, come play with us.
Yeah.
Like, I think equally possible is that he does stay in Cleveland the rest of his career and pulls his buddies over to play with us as reserves. Or starters. It depends. You know, it depends on, you know, how our lineup shuffles over the years. But again, equally possible he goes somewhere else.
Yes.
He at this point he'll play wherever. But I think his first choice clearly is to stay in Cleveland because that's where he lives now. That's where his family's growing up. Stay in Cleveland, bring his buddies there. But if he needs to go somewhere else, he will. And I'm cool with that.
Yes, I am too.
Yeah.
He's done everything I needed him to do and more.
So that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, next one.
Anything else you have to say? No?
No, that's it.
All right, so Kyrie Irving, we've paying him $16 million next year.
I'd say we keep him.
I think that's a good idea, Matty.
Yeah.
You know, he's a little arrogant. He dribbles a lot. He's also the second best player in the finals and fucking phenomenal and future MVP.
Yep.
He's also signed through 2019.
Love it.
Player option for 2020.
Love it.
$18 million. But I want to point this out. $16 million is being paid next year, Matty.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else listening to this, pay attention. $16 million for Kyrie fucking Irving next year. Pay attention when Alan fucking Crabbe gets $15 million a year.
Jesus. He's not going to get that much, is he?
People are saying this going to happen. Like, there's going to be some crazy fucking contracts come Friday.
Yeah.
Dude,
I guess a lot of big money, short years will happen, right?
Dudes who are fucking shit are going to make money close to Kyrie Irving on a max deal. So I'm
glad we locked him up when we did.
Yep. All right, let's move on to another one. Kevin Love. $21.5 million next year, $22.6 million average. He signed through 2020. Keep him, trade him.
I think keep him unless we're blown away by an offer. And I mean blown away.
Now, when you say blown away by an offer, our own friend, he wouldn't even look at us at the celebration. Wendy.
Yeah.
Not our friend. He wouldn't even look at us. God damn it.
Yeah, that hurt.
It hurt, Wendy. Love you, Wendy, but God, that hurt. Wendy went through some possible trades based upon conversations with GMs.
Yes.
They included packages such as for the Celtics, either Bradley or Smart and Crowder.
Yeah. And a pick, maybe.
That pick was not really what the GM had said, kind of. The pick would be like, to me, fucking minimum.
Oh, it'd be one of their low picks, not their good picks or the pick they can swap with the Nets or anything like that. No.
Trey Burke for the Utah. Trey Burke and fucking who else?
From Utah?
Yeah.
Who was on the list? Like
There's
Hood,
Trey
maybe?
Burke. Who?
Rodney Hood? Alec Burke?
Burke. Straight, yeah.
Alec Burks or Trey Burke? Yeah.
Yeah, the Burke and Burks, yeah.
There's a weak one from Portland, too, I think. That was like Al-Farouq Aminu and Gerald Henderson and something. I don't know. None of those blew me away, if that's where you're going with it.
Are you kidding me? No fucking way. That's not blowing me away, Matt. That's not fucking blowing me away.
No, so I would not do any of those deals, Pat.
Blow my nose in that shit. That is garbage. That is fucking garbage.
But I think the nice part of winning the championship is there's zero pressure to redo the roster.
Absolutely true. If we had lost the championship, I'd be like,
right. We'd be thinking about it.
But it would be.
So I don't think we need to think about it. If somebody comes along with something amazing, then we'll talk. But
absolutely. Because look,
we can be patient as hell.
Bottom line with Kevin Love, he makes us better against every team in the league except the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's another team that comes out and it gives us some trouble. I think the Blazers give us some trouble, but we're just so much better than the Blazers. It doesn't matter. Obviously, we had some matchup issues with the Spurs. I'm not worried about that. He
had a great playoffs before the finals. I mean, minus a couple games against the Raptors, but he was good.
And our lesson of Shaq against Orlando is the lesson about matching them up against one team.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen next year? Yeah,
you got to put the best team out there against the entire league. The one that gives you the most flexibility to match up.
Yep.
I think it's easier to find a wing in 3D that can replace that can do what Richard Jefferson did. Hopefully it's Richard Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Then to replace Kevin Love. Like I think we've really sorely underappreciated Kevin Love despite his stop.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I just bottom line, the offers we've heard bandied about
ain't gonna cut it.
No, that's not blowing me a fuck away. Not at all.
Nope.
Like
nope.
Crowder, Bradley, and a high
and Smart.
And Smart. I don't know. Crowder, Bradley. We don't have room for that shit. I feel like it's like having another one. Crowder, Bradley.
We got room. We got plenty of room.
Hey, it's true. Crowder, Bradley, and a high pick, one of the good picks. All right. Now I'm thinking about it, but I don't think I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to see what Kevin Love's doing this year. I want to see him now that we've gotten 2 years with him. We've gotten into kind of a rhythm. He had that great playoff run. I want to see him play a full season with this kind of trust, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm with you.
All right. Tristan Thompson, $15.3 million, $16.4 million average, signed through 2020.
Great. Happy to have him.
Fan-fucking-tastic. All worth every penny of the $82 million. All right. Now we're getting to the tough part of the show.
Why don't you do Shump next?
Shump next? Oh, we'll skip it. Yeah, good call. Shump. $10 million, signed in 2019. What are you going to do? Keep him. $10 million.
Yeah, I mean, he's worth nothing on the market. We couldn't trade if we traded him. We'd have to get somebody like him back. That's not going to happen. We keep him and hope he has a better year next year.
On the upside, he's cheap.
Yeah.
You say $10 million is like $10 million is cheap. Yeah, it's fucking cheap. It's gonna be fucking cheap after Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, so he's gonna be cheap. And young. And I also hope springs eternal that the Cavs coaching staff gets to him to stop goddamn dribbling the ball.
Yeah, they got to start administering my fine policy.
Yeah, doing nothing but shooting threes, playing D, and moving off the ball. That's all I want from him.
That's it.
I feel like he can
$500 fine for every dribble over 2.
I feel like he can develop a 3-point shot if he focuses on it. I kind of like his jumper, the form on his jumper.
It's been okay. It's much better last year in the playoffs than this year was a tire fire, but
yeah,
much better last year. No, we're good with him. We're keeping him for sure.
Yeah. All right.
You want to get into JR?
We might as well.
Let's do it.
I'm a little scared.
So I think both our preferences strongly keep him and pay him what the fuck we have to pay him in order to keep him, correct?
Yes. What's your limit? What would you not pay him?
I mean, I'd prefer not to go over 15 per year. Yeah, I'd go as many as 3 years and 15 comfortably. I wouldn't think twice about that, honestly. I might even go.
I'm apoplectic about this, although they're starting to come around, realizing what the salary environment.
Oh yeah. Versteeg just didn't understand. The same thing happened to him last year. He just doesn't get it.
And Riffle was the same way until he saw, he knows what Trump was making and what people are talking about for other guys. He's like, oh shit, I guess that's gonna happen. Yeah, you fucking.
JR earned it.
3 years would be rough. I'd rather it be two with a team option for 3.
Would you go 232? 235?
Well, here's the thing that I don't understand. I've been looking for this and I haven't seen it. Is how bad the repeater tax is. And it's a big question mark.
I think we're into the repeater tax no matter what. I think with the baseline players and then filling out a roster, I think we're into the repeater tax.
Just fucking do it, man.
I think we've got an owner that doesn't care and will spend money.
Well, what's nice about this lineup is that, like, here's who's actually locked in past next season. It's Kyrie, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, and Mon Shumpert.
Yeah,
that's it. It's 4 guys. After next year, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Now, obviously, LeBron James is a big deal. J.R. Smith will be on that list, and we've got other guys on there. But
and those 4 guys make $65 million. But
yeah, but against the rest of the salary cap, as it keeps expanding. It's a very top-heavy lineup, but that's a great core, and it's going to keep growing. We have a lot of flexibility. And we could trade Kevin Love for cheaper players, right? If we need to, just for salary cap issues. It's a very attractive contract he's got.
Yeah, that's the truth now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little crazy, but the truth.
It is, yeah.
I'm super curious to see what JR's market is.
Yeah.
Because people have been talking, somebody's going to throw some money at him. And on the one hand, yeah, I guess so. On the other hand, it's still J.R. Smith, and I don't think people trust him.
Nope. I sort of thought this was going to happen, too. Like, it'd be smart of, Golden State to offer a shit ton of money towards him if they're not on their sweepstakes, even though they don't need them.
They're not going to do that.
I know, but it's smart of them. Because then we have to match. Because we can't. Because the point is, we can't fucking replace him.
And to be clear, I don't think we can match. He's unrestricted. We don't get to match. If he wants to sign someplace else, he can. We just have bird rights to him, so we can go over the cap to retain him.
Yeah, but let's be clear about something. J.R. Smith wants to play in Cleveland as long as we pay him. Right?
I think that's right. I think
J.R. Smith would give us a chance to match anything.
So that's listen. Rich Paul's gonna set the market on this one. We saw what he did with TT last year. Something similar is TT didn't get any other offers.
Yeah,
we didn't have to match on him. I sort of foresee the same thing happening. It'll be unless we just come in with a big deal right away and hit their number, they'll hold out and play and start to play other teams off of us. And even, his market will really form after the bigger free agents go, I think, and teams start to get a little desperate. So I don't see anything happening with JR anytime soon.
God damn it, Matt. Do you mean this is going to ruin my summer?
Why would anything ruin your summer? You're a champion.
I'm a champion, but God damn it, I want J.R. Smith to be a champion the whole next year.
Well, I think he will be. You just have to have a little faith.
All right. You know what? It's a little easier to have faith when you're a champion.
That's right.
It is a little easier.
All right, who's next on the rundown?
Oh, Delhi. Matt Dellavedova.
Poor Delhi. Not poor Delhi. What the fuck am I talking about?
Poor for Delhi. Poor us.
Delhi's going to make some money next year. I have a feeling he's going to get 10 a year for him seems like that's too much for us.
Yes, absolutely. And I think he's going to get the offer. I think.
I mean, Windhorst strongly implied that either the Pistons or the Bucks.
Or the Bulls. The Bulls, too.
Oh, I wouldn't like that.
No. Would not like that at all.
What are the teams you least want him to end up on, Patty?
The Bulls.
Heat.
No,
He's not going to go to the Heat, but the Heat.
Yes, the Pistons I would not be happy with. We'll be playing them.
That's true. We'd see him a lot.
Yeah, I did not want to see him on the Pistons. The Heat I would not like to see. Bulls.
Warriors, obviously. Celtics.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, the usual suspects. The Cavs have to make him a $1.4 million qualifying offer by tomorrow, which I expect them to. I
would think they would.
Yeah, just because those options.
Yep.
But I think we're going to say goodbye to Matthew Dellavedova.
It's too bad. And, this goes back to they could have had him for probably 3 years, $9 million total, $3 million a year or something last summer.
Yeah.
And cheaped out a little, and, it came back to bite him. I didn't fault him for it last summer. And honestly, I might not. I love Delhi, but he couldn't play in those finals.
I also wouldn't be surprised if his agent was smart enough to be like, to reject that deal. And be like, dude, we're getting so much more.
Bet on yourself. Kyrie's going to be out at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Play your way into it. Yeah, that might be true.
This is a great game. Even
I think
kind of shit the bed in the playoffs this year. It's my only hope for keeping him. Is this shitty playoffs. So,
no, I think somebody's going to come for him.
What's that?
Somebody's going to come for him, which is too bad, but I will be happy for him, and he is a Cav for life, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Always welcome.
That's right.
Mo
Williams?
Mo Williams opted in.
Yeah, he opted back in, right? So, although I heard that, I think Windhorst in one of his post interviews said, his knee is pretty banged up, and there's a chance that the Cavs just don't think he's got anything left in him and release him and do the I'm forgetting what the word is, but the thing where you can spread out his salary over 3 years.
Right.
For cap purposes. So I think it's possible that happens.
Interesting.
Although
whatever, he made a bucket in the finals, Matty. A runner.
He did. But I think Mo's days are probably. He was great at the beginning of the year, and then I guess his knee started bugging him, and is pretty useless after that. But I'm fine if Mo is back in our 13th or 14th man next year. I'm happy to have him around.
Right. Yeah. RJ, 35-year-old tall black scooter, free agent.
And all over the place right now. He retired right after Game 7. The crowd talked him into unretiring at the parade, and now it seems like there's rumors that he wants a multi-year deal.
Yeah, this is nuts.
I'm a little worried about a bidding war for him because he's somebody that I think has his championship now, and while he had a good time with this team, is also a realist.
Yeah,
and I think would say something like, if I can get paid someplace else, I'll go get paid. And there's a non-negligible chance that could happen, I think.
I agree. I won't be upset if he leaves. It saves him retiring as far as I'm concerned. I just don't want to go to a team that I have to play against and face later on. But
3 years is a lot for him.
yeah, I'd be fine with more or less the mid-level exception or whatever that we have, right? Which is like $3 million.
Yeah, 3 to 3.5, somewhere in there, I think.
So if he's willing to do that, fucking do it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'd bring him back at that.
Yeah.
I don't think anything more though.
Yeah, no.
Cap for life though. Drinks on me.
Cap for life.
Cleveland, anytime I see him.
Everyone on this fucking roster, Matty.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyone from Cleveland, drinks are on us. Done. Channing Frye, $7.8 million. He's signed to next year. I give him.
Yeah, I was super happy to have him.
So happy. I'm excited to have a whole regular season with him.
Yeah.
Following those threes.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
All right, so to a sad one, Timo.
Oh, poor Timo. What the hell is his market going to be? Last year at this time, Patty, we were talking about how he was going to get a max offer this summer.
Yeah.
And wheels fell off the wagon.
There's a question of, shit, are we offering the big money to the wrong big guy?
Yeah.
We save this for Timo, not for TT.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I don't know what, I could see anything happening for him from he gets a better offer to go play in Europe or Russia and just takes the money and does that to some team. I can't imagine a team. One, just because it feels like the league's moving away from centers like him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And people with his skill set are a little maybe getting undervalued potentially, but that nobody's going to throw money at him. Could we bring him back for cheap for a year? Would we even want to?
I would we can find a way to get him back here for I don't know.
A less than he's making now.
What is he making now? 5.6?
5? Yeah, 5. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know how cap works. He's on our team. We've had him for like 2 years.
No, we can go over the cap to resign him. I think we can sign him for whatever.
I'd love to sign him for 5, 6. I don't know.
It would have to be in that range, like
whatever ownership is willing to spend the tax on, right?
2 years and $12 million. I have a feeling we've seen the end of him.
I think you're right. It'd be great to have him though. He was so useful, so fucking useful. But then again, I think we've moved away schematically from him. I don't know.
Yeah, we have. But it's we need viable players on this roster, and it's going to be super tough for us to get them on the market.
Yeah.
So in some ways, we got to keep what we can keep, and he might be one of the guys we can keep.
He's useful, and you need someone like that to bang against these gigantic dudes so that Tristan's not doing it all game long. We can see him when he gets exhausted by playing guys like that.
Yeah. So I think he's at the right price and super short term. Also, depending on what we know about his medical conditions.
Yeah.
That seem like they might be a thing. The Cavs might know more than we do.
Right.
That just say he's got some real health problems, real knee problems that are just make him non-viable.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I mean, very interesting test with some Cavs guys for what the market is between JR, Delhi, and Mozgov. Very interested to see it.
Absolutely. James Jones.
I assume he's coming back on the veterans minimum as long as LeBron's here.
Unless does he want to be a coach? Like, when did that happen?
I don't know. It'd be great if we could transition him to an assistant coaching job, wouldn't it?
That'd be great. Free up a roster spot, just have the same James Jones, and not have to.
Yeah, I'd love that. He can have the Memorial Damon Jones shooting coach spot.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Jordan McRae is a big deal. He might.
They picked up his option, right?
Yep. $874,000 for next year.
Great.
Under $1 million. Beautiful.
Happy to have it. I apparently the Windhorse words where they have high hopes for him. We saw bits and pieces of it this year, I think.
He scored 60 in a minor league game.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think that's how the Cavs don't have a lot of draft picks, and I think that's how they're going to have to get lucky. We'll get to him, but buying their way into picks or getting some undrafted free agents. So I'm interested to see how he develops next year. He should get some playing time.
Yep. Dante Jones, also free agent.
I suspect he has done us the great service that he has done us. He is a Cav soft spot in Cavs fans' hearts forever. I think that's it for him.
Drinks on us. Dante.
Yeah.
Whenever you want run anyone from Cleveland, drinks on us.
Yes, he's earned them.
Sasha Khan, he's got $1.3 million signed the next year, so he'll be back.
Is he signed next year?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I guess he's back.
Good deal. So he's back. He'll just be in the back. I mean, he'll be like the garbage minutes, the dude you throw. He's Timo insurance, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So he's the gigantic body you can throw out there to bang against big guys if we need to give TT a break.
Yeah.
Kay Felder's the rookie we bought, the second round pick from Oakland. It's interesting. 5'9".
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Crazy short, dunks like a motherfucker.
Yeah, seems like he'll be fun. I don't know if he's really going to turn into an NBA player or not.
Yeah, he might be. It seems like he's destined for the D League, but let's see how he plays in Summer League. That'll be a fun guy to watch in Summer League for sure. Apparently, he's kind of a mixed shot on the outside, but he's feisty as shit, and he's actually good on defense, except for the fact that he's 5'.
He's so small.
So small.
I mean, it's just so tough to be that size and make it in the league. And I know everybody's jumping on Isaiah Thomas because it's sort of a similar profile and taken in a similar spot, but guys that size don't make it for a reason usually.
Manny, what do we do? Let's say we lose Richard Jefferson, right? Let's say we lose him, or J.R. Smith, or something like that. We lose a wing, right?
Yeah. How do we get a wing?
What do we do?
So did you hear? I don't know if you heard this. Windhorst had a crazy idea, which was try to trade for Lance Stevenson because I think he had. We have trade exceptions we can use, and I think like a $9 million trade exception. So he was like, "That's my crazy idea. The Grizzlies are going to cut him anyway. Maybe we could trade a second-round draft pick and get him." The Grizzlies have already not picked up his option, so that's off the table. And even Windhorst admitted the problem there is that he hates LeBron and LeBron hates him. So probably not viable. I don't know. I mean, that's sort of the danger thing is if we lose, honestly, either JR or RJ or both, heaven forbid, it's going to be super tough for us to replace those guys.
Yeah.
You're looking at Shumpert in the starting lineup. McRae, hoping to God McRae develops. That your backup point is Mo or the kid. That's tough. Chetty. It sounds like Chetty is not ready. Chetty is not coming over this year. So that's the word he's told his players. It's next year he's going to come to the NBA. And it sounds like he needs some time still anyway. I don't think he'd be super helpful for us at this point.
Yeah, agreed.
No, we'd be. That's one of the reasons that the Versteegs of the world who was saying just let JR go and sign somebody like Aaron Aflalo or I can't remember another name of Nick Batum to replace him. I was like, you have no idea.
You can't sign Nick Batum.
You have no idea how this is working. If we lose him, we don't get anybody.
Done. No one.
Not nobody. We'll get it's the I don't know. Vince Carter or something.
We get to nobody. You need to get them like the mid-level exception or the veterans minimum, which that's the thing. Those exceptions are worthless in this climate.
Yep.
When fucking bums are getting $12, $13, $14 million a year.
No, this is very much like Pat, and this is an experience I have regularly in a fantasy auction draft when you've spent all your money on some big name players and then you got to fill out your bench with dollar players.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's the position the Cavs are going to be in if they don't add some players. And honestly, filling out the end of their bench no matter what is doing with dollar players.
Bargain bin shopping.
Yeah.
Dumpster shopping.
And honestly, think how lucky they got with Jefferson last year.
Yeah.
That the thing with DeAndre Jordan happened and he ended up free, that he wanted to come here. that he ended up being good. Nobody anticipated getting what we got out of him, especially in the finals.
Well, sure, after that season started, we did not expect that.
Yeah.
Terrible on defense and unplayable on defense for the most part. But
No,
yeah, did you remember how LeBron actually thanked DeAndre Jordan?
Yeah, I do. That was awesome.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So that's why you throw the money at JR, especially if he can do it big and short. I think you throw some money at RJ. You think about throwing some money at Timo. I think about throwing money at Delhi. I think they're just going to hit a number that's too much for us.
What number do you think is too much for him?
I think 10 is too much.
Oh, yeah, 10. I'm thinking like 8 might be too much.
Yeah, 8 might be too. I like at 5, I'd be super comfortable.
Yeah.
With him, but he's going to get more than that.
Yeah, he will.
And I don't know. I don't feel like we saw enough out of him last year to justify at the end of last year to justify that.
Yeah, I really hope he goes for the multi-year deal on the cheap with Cleveland so they can keep playing for championships. But we'll see.
But think if you're Matthew Dellavedova, you got to make your money. This is your contract. This is your life. You won the title already. For somebody like that, the difference between I don't know, $30 or $40 million guaranteed versus 15 or 20 is a big deal.
Yeah.
A really big deal.
That is true.
And I get it. I do not begrudge him that. So it'll be interesting. I think we're rolling back with let's hope to God we keep JR. So we're rolling back with our starting lineup and a bench that looks like Shumpert, Fry, McRae, RJ maybe. And then it starts to be filler after that. James Jones is there, Mo's there, Sasha Khan is there, I guess, but those guys are not real NBA players. Which sort of makes me not want to – I wish we didn't have to carry all 3 of those guys, honestly.
I know.
I'd almost rather go start rolling the dice with D-League guys or undrafted free agents, undrafted rookies.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of see what we can get, because James Jones, I understand, is special and has to have that roster spot, I guess. And whatever. It worked. He's worth it for that. 2 more of those spots for guys who can't play starts to become a little bit of a problem in a year in which we probably, I think, hopefully really learn the lesson about not taking the regular season so seriously and want LeBron to get rest and Kyrie to get rest and Love to get rest, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think we want a bench that can do something or at least grow into something, and those guys just can't.
Yeah.
So that's these are. On the other hand, Pat, who gives a fuck? We're champions. It doesn't matter. We just won the greatest championship ever. This is anything else is icing. Like, I'm gonna have a fun time watching this team no matter what. We can really enjoy LeBron this year without any of that mishigas we've had surrounding it all these years. Like, how about that? Just a year where we can be thankful to have LeBron and not have dummy fans talking about trading him for Paul Millsap.
Thanks.
That'll be great not to deal with that this year. I hope.
It'll be the Thanksgiving season.
Yeah.
We give thanks. Just appreciate the shit out of him.
Yes. Every day. Thank your goddamn lucky stars we get to watch him on our team.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so nice. Just be like, this is the regular season we wanted, right? Just the joy.
Yes.
The joy of watching a good team playing basketball and knowing that we're the champions of the motherfucking world.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful thing, Maddie. It's a beautiful thing.
But that feels like a good note to end it on, Patty.
I think it does. In fact, I think a better note to end it on is the one man that is going to consume my attention during the free agency period.
Yo, please hit me with it.
Well, I will. Well, I'm gonna have it close us out after we do our wrap.
Okay.
But you know who we're talking about.
Of course I do.
You know who we're talking about. So that is the Cleveland Sports Hour. Until next time, this is Maddie and Patty saying,
Yep. Hey, champ.
So right, champ.
I'm back, baby.
Gonna play the whole thing.
Do it.
Drought is over. Jim Brown said it.
Oh, so good.
I don't remember that lyric. Oh, Manny. Some good stuff.